It doesn't matter what kind of slump you go through. It doesn't matter how the middle of your year went. It doesn't matter how the online switch went. If you win champs, all that's out the window.
Stepping like a concrete mixer, all these odd thoughts flicker while these soft parts flutter. Churning all that glitter ain't gold by the digits, so they got them in the gutter. You will find it where the road hits the rubber stamp. Ode to the underbelly, fall with the upper hand, please. I tell myself, breathe, tell you part of my reach. I thread the needle through the heart of the dream and see what part of it bleeds.
So going into the New York match, going into the New York home series, the our main goal this event was to expand our map pool. We've been limited all season, having auto vetoes across various game types, just because we were uniquely bad at one map in almost every game mode. And it was our goal going into this event to sort of show all the teams in attendance and those watching at home that our map pool is extremely diversified now.
We just kind of wanted to get our rhythm going, just going to champs. You know, like this event still mattered to us, but the end goal at the end of the day is still champs. So Friday, like our respawn just was off that day. Our S&D didn't really transfer over. Throughout the weekend, we were making some situationally bad plays that we weren't really doing in practice. So
into the first hard point now. New York Subliners, of course, are Game Fuel marquee matchup friends for Minnesota. They're in the midst of Fimble winter right now, and again, it's been a bit of a rough one for them. They're going through the ringer, but hey, able to turn this around, we hope so. He gets himself one there on the play, and that's going to be map number 1, 250 to 144.
You bring out this relative unknown entity in Mac, you transform the squad. Minnesota, the changes haven't necessarily been as dramatic.
And then if you go to the next tournament Minnesota is going to be in, their pool is literally like Chicago, FaZe, and Dallas Empire, like all in the same. Like, it is the toughest final stretch I think any team in the league is going to have.
To win the map as well, God, wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? Shame on you, Adam.
Would have been something, but now it's the same situation. 12 seconds left. Assault, he's got a kill too.
Hey man, not a bad look for RØKKR. Looking to force the map 4.
Yeah, they're going to be able to force the map 4. Too big of a lead right now, unless the Subliners get pretty much an instantaneous triple cap. But frankly, there's just to help put his team over the edge. So credit where credit is due. Asim going big, finishes with 29 kills. You talk about massively outslaying the opposition. That was perfect gameplay from start to finish, at least in terms of slaying from the Subliners, who just made it look easy.
So I think New York's been playing way better since the pick of Mac, just because of how good he's been throughout the year. I think he's been probably, you could arguably put him as a top 5 player so far throughout this year. I think it was very refreshing for them too, just getting like a new young gun player. I think it's helping the other 4 players just play better, just like seeing like this new kid come up who's very hungry to win, just kind of motivates the rest of them too. So I don't really think it's an online thing either. I just think they're putting in the time and it's showing.
You know, we're still trying to find our footing in the online world. Like, there's no other way to put it. You know, our team was kind of formed based on being a LAN team, and we're just trying to power through. But like, them winning the event definitely takes a little bit off our backs, because, you know, we win an event like absolutely thinking we should, you know, rock them, like beat them bad. But, you know, they won now, they proved their worth, and, you know, they're a good team.
Somebody's got to step it up. I mean, they're just on this massive downhill stretch, and it's gotten to a point where it's hard to actually see them fixing things. All over the map is RØKKR to try and do something to get into this. Waskin just wants to lock it down with 0. They've got the point. They've got the win. Ravens get it done on a Azir Cave to take a 1-0 edge in this best of 5. Now, I don't know what you'd say they're on the brink of, but it has been a fall from form without question, and I'm just hoping they can bounce back, because I know they're frustrated. You know, you've probably been in this position in your career where you start out really strong, then for some reason you slip. It cannot be easy to get back to its top form.
Waskin with dead silence. He's gonna watch his teammate and take down GodRx. 0 was on the bomb. Shawnee was behind him, but here comes Alex. Probably the last chance for Minnesota.
Now it's
Well,
on
you shot in the
assault.
back.
And
No.
Scraps is able to get the kill, and Alex has made that bathroom his own. GodRx in through on the flank, 4 kills in a row for RØKKR. Ravens can't get anything going. Like, there's literally been someone like attacking their home flag throughout the game. So they'll turn around, recenter, and this is a nice stretch from Asim. That's going to be 4 kills in a row for him. He'll finally drop a 5 in a row for Assault as well. As RØKKR have just blown open the scoreline with a great start to this second half. It was a tough half to watch, certainly, if you're a Royal Ravens fan. But the good thing, as negative as they were being about their Dom gameplay, they're going to be up 2-1 in the series with a very good chance to close this out in map 4. He has hoped to maybe see some progress. If these guys are going to win a tournament, these guys are going to make a run at champs. RØKKR dominant right now. What'd you love about that listening, Joe?
I love the passion from Asim, man. He has been having such a series, even in game 2 when they lost. I mean, 13-3 right now, but what, he had double digits in the search and destroy. Had a great game 3, keeping it up here in game 4.
I've been playing really well lately. I've totally like shifted my playstyle into getting more kills and being putting up more big numbers on the stat sheet.
Now just 10 points away from getting this to a map 5. Asim 24-14, having a map, a team effort really all the way around. Assault's got the edge, Assault's got 2. Wuskin peekaboo, there's the 3rd as Assault locks it down. RØKKR take the map 4. 14-5, what a map 5. Alex right on through. I have no idea how he wins that first one. Gets the second as well. Alex, a magician. It's all on this 3v3 retake. Alex, GodRx, and Silly have got to go massive for the squad or this series is over and RØKKR are out of a tournament yet again. But still going to fly out behind it. Dylan in the sneaky position finds the first. Hip fires the second. It's a Royal Ravens win in map 5. They take it 6-4 behind a godlike performance from Shawnee.
Going into the London match, like obviously no one wanted to lose to them. Like I think most everyone on our team has like a reason they'd want to be that team. And in all honesty, we really should have. Like that cave, like just some of the stuff we were doing was just absurd. Honestly, every map we were just doing absurd stuff. Like things like the S&Ds, the Hardpoint. Like we could have won that series literally like 5-0. Like, I don't know, I don't know what it was with this tournament, but like this, it's probably the worst. Like we've just, just general fun, like the basics, not even just the straight basics, we just weren't doing. Like I have no idea why, but this tournament really was pathetic.
We literally just, all of our like fundamentals we like pretty much went through while we scrimmed and whatnot, they just went out the window for some reason. Because going into that, our practice on Gunrunner specifically, like that map was good for us in practice. Like it was like steadily increasing, getting better and better. And our Mazda was like one of our best hard points too. And I felt like just both maps, they were like just always one step ahead. And we were just doing, for like a better term, just doing dumb shit around the map.
I just feel like our hardpoint ended up being our worst game mode going into this weekend. Well, I mean, our search wasn't great either, but our hardpoint just felt a little off. For some reason, the entire year we've been trending that we can't be good at all 3 game modes at the same time. We always have like one game mode at every event that we just can't win. We're really trying to just like expand our map pool and play different maps and stuff. So that's kind of what we're focused on right now, and just kind of trying to try different things, you know?
A couple weeks before this event, Dom was like our main priority since that was like our weakest game type at the time. And you know, we made a lot of improvements in that, even in practice. Like that respawn game type was usually going pretty good for us. It was more so hard points. So us being good in Dom didn't really surprise us this weekend.
I think we kind of finally found our rhythm in that game mode, and being able to rely on that, you know, that game 3 swing mode is going to be really, really important going into champs, especially when we're going up against the top 4 seeds where we won't really have veto powers in those series.
In prior CODs, it was sort of S&D wins championships, but this year it seems like every team that wins the domination in the finals wins the series. I think there was one finals throughout the entirety of this year where a team won the dom and lost the series. It was actually us. But I mean, 90% of finals, the team that's won the dom has closed it out. So we really wanted to fine tune our dom before going into sort of playoffs and champs.
Yeah, so the decision to not play from the RØKKR HQ was pretty much solely based off of internet. We feel like some teams may have a little bit of advantage on us internet-wise, so we definitely wanted to step it up in that sense. Our mindset before the Toronto home series was honestly like really good. Our scrims went probably better than they have the last couple events before the event. The new facility we played at, we had a very, very clear internet advantage compared to what we do here. We got our setups all shifted over there in a day's time. It was nice and open. We got no mic feedback from each other, you know, screaming call outs in the same room. Helped us out a lot. We just simply didn't replicate what we practiced in scrims.
Like a fresh vibe after we've been playing from the facility like all the time, because you know, normal events you go from, you know, playing here or at home to like just a completely new environment. So that's kind of what we were going for with playing at the studio. On top of that, the internet there was also really good. So I mean, that's also a bonus.
Yeah, you right? Hello. What's up? Oh my God, are you in Mutineers? Yes.
We'll type it in the chat.
Alright, 3. I hate you all.
But we also would tickets we sold
Welcome. Yeah. You just missed our community talk. Look at this, bro. Farmer's With wind, you just can't get a cut then. Yeah, you gotta grow it out for a long
Low-key.
you gotta get out.
You know, when you put the headset over, like, kind of like the default headband, without a headband, you know.
Trip to the mouth.
We showed up into that Ramaza game 1, firing on all cylinders in a way that I don't think anyone's seen us do since we were on LAN.
Opportunity potentially. You got Simp, the closest man in. Well, Assault's going to deal with him, and now the next man to approach has FaZe.
It's been absurd, and with that, RØKKR, they may have blessed themselves. They've got to make the push now, though. They've got decent spawns, but there's no one there. There's no one in position. RØKKR have got to go and get on the point. They can't get it done. Atlanta FaZe.
So the amount of production they're going to have to throw on the board is the best S&D that Minnesota has played all year. That is what they need.
Tried and true. FaZe now. Trying to fight retake. 3v3. A brilliant win from Asim there. Nice shots onto the second player as well. That's a huge bit of work come out of Asim. Chance this is coming down to the wire. Final 15 seconds. 2v2. Cell goes down. Silly with a big win. Grabs that bomb. Can we find the kill on a Major Maniac, or will he secure the round? He does get the kill. That's a big one from Major Maniac. Make A safe. Oh boy. Starting to get a little bit dicey, a little bit too dangerous. That could well be it. The final few pushes now. The final few kills. 15 seconds. As RØKKR, they fought hard in Ramaza. They were absolutely slaughtered on the Gunrunner search. And here it's just fallen out of reach for them in the Dom. That's going to be that. A 3-0 to Atlanta FaZe.
Justin. Oh, no, that's fine. No,
Bro, we're so fucking slow. Why don't we just play the same way we do in fucking practice? Why is it that hard to replicate? Everything feels so fucking slow. Die more, at least. Just fucking go out and die for your teammates sometimes. Just all the time. People are always just fucking, we're just holding that doesn't even help. Push the fuck up. Put pressure on them. Don't turtle. If we let them push all the way up the map and they kill us once, they cap our flag because we have no pressure on the map. We have nothing pushed out. We're just sitting. How many kills are we gonna let Simp get? I push him by myself. Now we're going fucking trees. We're going P3. Kill the fucking guy half wall. I said it 5 times and nobody goes for him at all. But dude, when Simp was half wall for 3 minutes, the P3 guy got killed 3 times while Simp was still green. We just don't play like we do in practice, bro. I don't know what it is. It's completely wrong. We play completely different, and I don't understand it whatsoever. Like even our granted we got hard count and S&D scrim. Even in that, our regular S&D feels different than does in the scrim. That makes no sense. Dear God, man. I've lost it.
No, because we were, I'm telling you, they had full control, and we were literally just going ADOM and boxes and just challenging and dying. We were trapped for like close to a minute, it felt like.
I can't believe we're still making plays like this, and there's numerous amateur teams that can make better plays than us in crunch time like that, and it's f***ing sad.
Like, it was just so unfortunate the way they were just counting everything we did. I mean, if they watched our VOD or something, then fair play to them. But the domination just fell off as with our team.
It seemed like our hardpoint game was really strong, and it really came down to like the last wire with the hardpoints against Florida and FaZe. FaZe, it came down to like the last 3 seconds, just like it always does with them, and it just seemed like we just couldn't clutch up.
I went back through our VOD, and I probably pinpointed about, I think, 9 things that we did just horribly wrong throughout the course of that map, and we lost by 13 points. So if you take all those things we did wrong out, we probably win that map by 80 or 90 points, which at this point in the year, it's not, everyone knows how to play the game. It's simply about minimizing your mistakes, and you can't make mistakes like that at this point of the year.
It's been that, from LAN to online transition has not treated them well at all. I mean, GodRx statistically was one of the players with the biggest drop off, and you could see it right there. Like, that day one from him was so uncharacteristic. The rest of the squad obviously not playing that well. They've had a rough few months. Their search and destroy has been off. Everything. It's just been terrible.
It's been real rough indeed. But again, a chance to turn all that around. They can maybe catch a sort of weakened version of the Florida Mutineers right now. That would probably be the most ideal situation. But
that's just crazy that you'll lose that level.
Okay, boys. Okay. Alright, I'm going straight to hill. If you guys can get through right side off the rip, get through.
Now Minnesota, they get the full setup they want. You get the ARs posted up. You can just pre-aim. This is where the kills can start to come through.
Better get out of Assault's way. GodRx up next. How will he take the swing? Catches Frosty before he can transition into cover. Lovely work. This was a classic map from Minnesota RØKKR early days. Early shots with GodRx. He gets the second skies though. Watch your wake line. Here comes RØKKR charging on through. There's a quick contest. If Frosty can find something in the smoke here with the knife, that'd be huge, but he's not going to get it done. RØKKR, they managed to get the point, is now forced to Pharaoh. A big 1v1 win against him, but no, it's gone back into the hands of the RØKKR, and oh boy, with all the back and forth, the to and fro, RØKKR will come out on top.
Yeah, getting that first win against Florida, it did feel good, knowing that we actually can close out a close map, against a good team as well, definitely gave us some confidence. I mean, the S&D obviously didn't go too well after, and then the domination especially, but yeah.
Ooh, Salt got the gun warmed up, right? A very slow start that the man had in the hard point, but maybe after the halfway point in the game.
GodRx now, doing what he can against Pharaoh. Be there a little bit safer, but for how much longer is Awakening now and Code making their way forward?
Teammates can do whatever they want, and you can see it results in the points. All the teams that just hold A and B.
With less than a minute now to remain, it is absolutely impossible for the Mutineers to lose this game.
Frosty, first man in, he's there by himself.
He's indeed. We've got a bit of a fight ahead of us though, as Alex cuts his way through the Florida Mutineers players now.
The communication from at least the RØKKR, good enough for the rotation. They got 5 bodies in and around P2, but frankly, Florida, you can see pouring on that pressure. Assault, though, ready for war.
Oh, he is slaying. He's slaying! He finds the third before going down.
Just means has bought his team time. Now Salute with the dead silence, trying to make the play.
And he's going to give the gunny to Havoc as well.
No chance. The writing may firmly be on the wall. RØKKR have got to kill everyone here in position to stop a single second of hardpoint time now. This is for the tournament life. They've got to go, and they have to go now. That's the hard point. The contest was there, but it's not enough. The Florida Mutineers prevail. 250 to 2.
We were playing correctly, and we knew how to play because we taught all these teams how to play. it just came down to we weren't playing as fast as others, and everyone was learning the same things we were doing, but we were just a little bit too slow on it. And it came down to like, it felt way harder for us to win maps, or like I've said to our team like a million times this year, it felt like when we made one mistake, it costed us like 3 times more than another team making a mistake. So our mistakes like on the map, like if we made one in the middle of the map, it was way more crucial or like way harder for us to deal with than another team making a mistake. And I think that was the hardest part with our team, is that we were just slow and we didn't know how to play to the pace that everyone else was setting.
I think after we went 0-2 in our pool, everybody kind of knew before champs that we had to figure out something on how to, you know, at least try to improve our team. And the conclusion we ended up coming to is, you know, we need to fix our pacing, and the best option we have for our pacing is Kaden.
Like, obviously the game online to LAN, online is just generally just quicker, just straight off the bat, like it is, because it's online. And then the game did speed up, like in general, and ever since the game sped up, like that's kind of when we were on, like, you could say like a down, like for whatever.
We had such an electric start to this year on LAN, and ever since there's become a shift in the online format and the meta format in terms of the speed of the game, just generally being quicker online, we just haven't been able to find our rhythm. And on that note, we have come to the conclusion that we are going to be swapping GodRx and Exceed.
Brian and Jake had mentioned that, you know, we all talked, which we did, and then they said that we all agreed that Exceed or Kaden needs to be brought in some way, and then Brian had said that he needs to be brought in and they're gonna bring him in for me. And then, I mean, when he said that, I don't know why. I mean, in my head, I was like, I saw this coming. I mean, I don't know why I saw it coming, like, for me, but I mean, it is what it is. And when they said that, I just kind of sat there. I was like, simple as that.
It was really nothing he did wrong. It was strictly a pacing issue and the meta that the game is currently in.
He had mentioned like the game has changed, and like I haven't changed with the game, quote unquote, in terms of like meta switches and all that. I mean, which I kind of saw and like kind of agreed with. I felt like bringing Exceed in would definitely up the pace with them, and I mean, if it ends up working out for them, which I mean, I've heard like things like good things about them in scrim so far, so it is what it is.
I think he means a lot to us from a coaching perspective. He means probably even more to our players. Lights out performer throughout the first half of the year. Top 3 player contention for MVP. I honestly think he was the best player in the game when we had him on LAN. And his raw ability to take over the game is something that we appreciate, and sort of allowed us to stay in that winner's bracket contention for as long as we did, even when we weren't performing well.
They're doing good in scrims. I have no hate for them whatsoever. They're still all my friends, good guys. And I hope the best for champs. I mean, I hope they make that run.
My name is Kaden Stockdale, also known as Exceed. So basically, I got a text from Jake and Brian, and they were like, "Look, we're talking as a team. We're making this decision." And we kind of sat down about it and we talked about it. And they were like, "This is what we need from you. This is what we need you to bring." And so I was like, you know, stars in my eyes. I was like, finally, I'm getting the chance.
Exceed would probably be the fastest person on our team. He's probably faster than Sim as well. Exceed kind of just going in front of everybody over and over and over and over again is going to benefit all of our game modes tremendously. Exceed has pretty much been playing 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, every single day. He sets his alarm to wake up when 10 start, and he goes to sleep after the 10s end every single day. You know, his only hope this year was waiting for his call up to get a chance, and I feel like he's going to do everything in his power to help us succeed.
Look, guys, we're bringing probably one of the fastest players in the entire CDL onto our starting lineup. This guy is going to set extreme pace. On top of that, he's a young gun, like 19 years old, just turned 19. The kid has all of the raw talent that you saw out of Mac, out of Vivid, out of all the amateurs who sort of made their way up into the scene this year. And personally, I think that he will outperform them as well. I think you will see a quick turnaround from us because of the pressure and the attitude, the overall energy he's really bringing to this group.
We're probably going to go from one of the lower pack pace teams to I think probably the fastest. So me and Sim running next to each other, it's going to be hard for the other teams to expect things like that because we're just going to be in spots together that they're not going to expect. So it's going to be awesome. We're coming out looking for a win at Champs.
Hell yeah. I mean, if you're gonna markedly improve your team right before playoffs is the time to do it.
Listen. Hey, if we come out and win Champs, I'm getting the MVP. I'm getting that ring. Let's go.
Yeah. You bring the vibes for sure. I feel we're excited already. So it's just that young energy, bro. Just keep bringing it.
Especially with the new team, the new vibes and everything, I think we're going to be a lot better than people are expecting to be. And so, we're going to come out at Champs and they're just not going to expect it.
It doesn't matter what kind of slump you go through. It doesn't matter how the middle of your year went. It doesn't matter how the online switch went. If you win Champs, all that's out the window. So,
generally speaking in life, the rings come before the honeymoon, but hopefully our honeymoon phase can conclude with us getting a fresh new set of rings.
We're just going to be going hard, grinding every day, doing what we can. We're still a good team, and any point we could just go on a run.
It's all about how you think.
I mean, exactly, at the end of the day,
it's almost kind of like you clean the slate now.
Yeah.
This is where we're at, and let's fucking go.
Yeah, you have an average, we had a good start, average middle. If you have a good chance, no one really cares about the middle today.
It really matters if you play really well.
No, that's people have been saying that for years. People have been saying that.
Listen, Mac was my duo coming up, me, Mac, and Sib, and so I want to come in and one-up him, they're going to be our first match at Champs, and I want to kick his ass so bad, and that's what's going to happen.